to Reach Across Live with Paul Francis. I'm your host, Paul Francis, and I do hope you are well. This is another wonderful Monday night, and we're heading down to, I'm just going to change the scope of the camera for a second. Oh, there we go. This is a bit too hard. There we go. There. So the camera stand got knocked earlier, it's a bit out of wax, but we're live. Spruce right, isn't it? Anyway, here we are in this stunning weather, proving that Mother Nature is back online and, well, showing us what it's all about. Alexis, Lisa, Nikki, Amy, welcome. Lovely to see you guys. Thank you for being here. I ask you, please share the show. Share it out there with your friends and family. Hi from Houston. Hi, Alexis from Houston. Beautiful place. Only been in there once, and I didn't get the opportunity to stay. I was in there and back out again really quickly. Good evening, Amy. Lovely to see you. I made it this time, says Lisa. Yay! Lovely to see you. Lois, welcome, sweetheart. Lynn, welcome. Lovely to see you guys. Thank you for being here. And here we are, getting this. I was a bit in a flap tonight, to be honest with you. I'm not really like that. I'm usually very focused and very, nonchalant, and right, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and very meticulous in what I'm prepping. And I was flapping. I just couldn't get anything together tonight. I was sitting there like, oh my god, it's not ready. But all of a sudden I realized, oh, actually I've done all that. I've done all that work. Yeah, I've done that. I've done this, and I'm all together. Joy, hi, well, my sweetheart, lovely to see you. I do hope you're well and staying in out of this very, very hot weather, and especially up in Newquay, it's going to be baking up there. And so anyway, it's going to be an incredible month, and we're heading towards our. I'm supposed to be taking a break, but I may not take a break. I normally take a break in the summertime, a few weeks off, but I'm going to be moving home in mid-August, so that might be the time I'll take the break, and I'm sure you guys will give me a break while I'm moving home and trying to get things sorted that way. It's a bit of a toughie. Hazel, welcome, my sweetheart. Lovely to see you. Please share the show, guys. Please get it out there, and if any of you've got link to it, send the link onto my other page. I haven't even had the opportunity to do that as yet. Kathleen, welcome to the show. Tina, hello, sweetie. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. Now, obviously, as we do, as Reach Across was designed, it's all about answering your questions and getting your questions sort of in the focus, really, because that's how we learn, and that's how we all discover information, including yours truly, by the way, I might add. Kate, hello, sweetheart. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. James Chalice, my man from the Scouts, all right there, James. Right? He's going to give me grief for that, and because he always says my accent is my Scouse accent is terrible, even though my wife's Scouse. There we go. Mary, welcome to the show. Good to see you, Silverita. Welcome, Silverita Palmer. Hi. So, just a tester. This is what I do periodically. The only reference I have from you guys is visual reference. I can't hear you, obviously. So please, let me know you can hear me okay by giving me the thumbs and the little hearts. So you can do that for me. Just tap away on the thumbs and the hearts right now for me, and that gives me a visual reference. You guys can hear me. Otherwise, I could be talking to fresh air and not really knowing there's anybody there. Lois says that's a very good one, and that's good because her mom's Scouse. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so you can all hear me. That's good. Please. Donna's joined us. Hello, Donna. How are you? I recently got offered a job at Paradise Park. Get in there, girl. Well done. Get in there. That's a lovely place to work. It's a really nice place to work. So get in there and make it happen. Michelle, welcome. Lovely to see you. So I'm just bringing it up on the main screen here so I can watch myself on a big screen. Okay, so yeah, There's Shelley Moyles. She's coming to in the room tonight. Shelley Noyles Anderson, lovely to see you. Michelle, it's been too long. Michelle Millens, I do catch your Fox's Den periodically, and I'm wondering when I'm going to be invited back on. I'm wondering when I'm going to be invited, because you got to talk about my new book, Michelle. My new book. Okay, that's my new book. It's called The Little Book of Quick Wisdom, and there's the back of it, and it's just become available. So, got something to talk about on your show. And Donna Hawkins says, "Hi Paul, good to be here. Thank you, and hope you and your family are doing well." We are. Thank you so much for asking. We're picking it up and getting on with it. Story Bigman, hope you're well, kid. Hey Padraig, hey Podge, my pal, how are you? Hope all's well with you, my friend. There's my cousin Chrissy Burns. Hi Chrissy, good to see you. It's my grandmother's birthday on Friday. It's going to be very hard for the family. Of course it is, Lois, but you've got to stop thinking about your grandmother in a negative sense. Remember, we've talked about this? And not just for Lois, but everybody. So when we have our family who have crossed over, when we come across their birthdays or an anniversary, you should be celebrating it in a full celebratory form. I've actually given messages when I've been doing reads to say, set me a place at the table from Christmas. So set a table place at Christmas and honor them by setting that table place. So you gotta take it on board, my dear friends, that when we pass from this life to the next, all of the stresses, the aches and pains, and this and that and the other, all the physical ailments that are connected to the body as we know them now are gone. Right? Now here's something I want to share with you. Okay? I want you to think about this and think about it strong and hard. Okay? How do you think you're going to feel? I'd love to talk about this on Michelle's show as well, because she has people to call in. So how would you think? How do you think you're going to feel? This is the best way to put it. Now, I want you to really take this on board. How do you think you're going to feel when you cross over to the other side of life? You understand, you get orientated pretty much straight away. You know that it's all real, it's all connected, it's all real. Then you start to be greeted by the people that you mourned, the loved ones who crossed ahead. Okay? You're greeted by your parents, your brothers and sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your friends, your grandparents, all of those people you loved dearly but left us behind. Then you're greeted by them. So how are you going to feel when you realize, number one, life carries on? Number two, you've now just been greeted by all of the people that you loved and thought you lost. How do you think you're going to feel? So now when you're looking back at your loved ones here, do you want to see them celebrating you with sadness? That kind of thing? Do you want to see them having long faces and going on, it's my grandmother's birthday, or it's my dad's birthday, or it's my mom's birthday, it's my wife, my husband's birthday? Or do you want to say, happy birthday, lovely to see you, well, I hope you're well on the other side of life, and lift a wee glass to them? That's what they want to see. They don't want to see sadness. They don't want to see down and out, and they don't want to be thought of in a negative sense. So they only want to be thought of in a very, very positive sense. Okay, so make sure you bring that into the play. Now let me say hi to a few other people who've just come and joined us. Jan Macon, welcome. Jan. Phyllis, welcome. Good to see you. Kathleen says, I've learned so much from you and Roger. I feel better about our loved ones that are passed. Thank you very much. That's what this show is all about. Reach across. Reach across doesn't necessarily mean from the other side. Reach across means two. We reach across. Okay? From them to us and us to them. My NDA, yeah. I've since met quite a few people who have had what's referred to as NDEs, or near-death experiences. And it's amazing. I've just bought, literally on Saturday, just gone, I've only just started, literally picked it up, Dr. Eben Alexander's next book. And he wrote a book called Proof of Heaven. It was a very, very good book. It made a big thing to me, because I could recognize a lot of the stuff he was talking about through my NDE. If I speak too fast for you, please feel free to tell me to slow down. And if I say something that you don't recognize, don't be afraid to say, I don't understand what you mean there. This is what this show is all about. It's about learning, discovering, and walking this path together. John says, hi Paul, hope you're well. I am well, John. Thank you very much for asking. I do hope the very same is with you. Lindsay Hill, hi. I had lots of signs lately and it's cheered me up and put a smile on my face. Now think about that, Lois. I've had lots of signs lately, it's cheered me up and it's put a smile on my face, yet you're going towards Friday with a negative? Think about it. Ronnie Huff is coming in the house. Hello, Ronnie. Kathy Henley, hello. Lovely to see you. Heidi Jane, hi. Good to see you. Lovely to see you, in fact. Thanks for being here. Please, 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 please share. Share the show. Share it on your Facebook page. Share it wherever in all of your media. I'm now on TikTok. So my handle on TikTok, or my name on TikTok is the coolest. It really is. My name on TikTok is Paul Francis 007. Yeah. And the weird thing about it is I didn't ask for it. They said, do you want this? And I was like, yeah, thanks. So Paul Francis 007, and that's my TikTok handle. Please go on there and follow me because I will be shifting the shows on there as well. I'm going to be trying to do live here and live on there at the same time in the next coming weeks. Hope I'm well, says Heidi Jane. Yes, I'm doing well. I'm fighting the good fight. Thank you so much for asking, and I do hope the very same is with you, that you're doing well and life's treating you well, as it should. A couple of people have asked me about some of my merchandise. Now, I do have merchandise. This merchandise, and here are some of them that I have for sale. So the merchandise is here. If you'd like to get one of these, and these were designed for the paranormal investigation. Seems I've got 4 left here before we do another order. But if you want to get one of these, give me a PM and we'll sort you out. They're all brand new, look, not been used. So if you'd like to order one of these cool caps with the Diamond Star logo on it, we will make sure you get one. And don't forget, you can order my book as well, the new book that's just come out called The Little Book of Quick Wisdom. So you can find that by going onto my website, www.paulfrancis111.com, and you'll see links on there on how to get your copy. Now, one other thing that I want to discuss as well is when I first wrote The Safe Way, I wrote it and, it took me a year to write it. Then I upgraded it, and I've now since upgraded it again, but it's called The Safe Way 2022, okay? And that is the final time I'm going to be working on that book. I will not touch that book again, in other words, writing in it. However, that being said, I was talking to one of my producers, and we are looking at the idea of doing an audio version of it. Okay, so that could well happen. It's more down to when we move to the new studios, of course. I won't have time between now and then to do really much other than tidying up and putting things away until we move. It's hard to catch up on there because you don't really get notifications that you're live. Okay, well, I don't know how to that. Oh, you mean on TikTok? Well, basically when I'm live on here, I'll be live on there. That's the best way to look at it. So when I'm live here, I'll be live on there. Okay. Jackie Pierce, hello my darling, how great to see you. I do hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So cool. I haven't seen you guys for a while. Obviously, I got jailed by Facebook on this particular page that we're on right now, and I was jailed for something I said a year ago. And that promoted me and motivated me to move over to TikTok. And within 14 days, I had something like 1,700 followers. So we're definitely going to go across to TikTok and do lives on there. When I'm doing the paranormal investigations, it'll be via TikTok. I tell people about your show, and Rogers, your show gives me motivation to look forward. That's what it's supposed to be, Kathleen, and thank you for saying that. There's one person that is in my dark shadow, and he was the one that almost killed me. I can't read the rest of that information. So Lynn is putting the information up there. I've got 3 books, literally, well, 3 versions of the Safeway, but go for the latest version because it's got all the previous 2 in it and more. And the new version of the Safeway is now available, called 2022. But I will not be. That's the end of that. I'm working on the next couple of books, Walking with the Light, which you see me put excerpts, breaking them in, up on Facebook periodically. I just take little bits out of the book that I'm working on and I put it up on Facebook. And the reason I do that is to see if it's generating, if you guys like it, basically, and if it's generating any interest, then you always come back and say, I really like that. So the next book, which is, of course, Walking with the Light, that's well underway. So I'm looking forward to that. Roger Garza Sr. is in the house. How fantastic to see you there, my brother. I do hope you're well. Sorry again, I missed you on Saturday, but I was actually away out on... I was in our city, which is called Truro, and you might have seen me put up pictures of the Truro Cathedral. So that's where I was when you were doing your show. So I couldn't really go on your show because I was in the cathedral. Jack Clark, my man, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. I do hope you're well. Lovely seeing those pictures of you and your sons on your bikes. That warms my heart. It's so good to see you guys on your bikes. My lovely... sorry, let me start that again. Roger is just telling me that Faye is recovering from surgery. I'm so glad to hear that. I had her in my thoughts and in my prayers, and I will continue to do so, and I will continue to send the angels until we see her live with you once again. And tell her to take her time, though. Take your time, lay back, chill out, and just let things... Because the older we get, I don't know if you guys noticed, we don't heal as fast as we used to when we were kids. So just take it easy, all right? So what I created Reach Across for was to answer questions, not just do reads. Okay, there are 100,000 mediums doing reads. So if messages come through, I don't hold back. I don't say no, I'm not doing any reads today. I'll give them to you. So. But the best way to link in with your energy is to ask me a question. If when I'm answering your question and your energy comes through, then you'll get a message. That's the way it works. As simple as that. Sharing the show will likely get you a message because you're building energy. You're working on energy. I've often taught this particular message, and the message is quite simply this. To receive the right answers, one must first learn how to ask the right questions. Okay? Now, a little bit earlier, I was dealing with a lovely lady who happens to be in this room tonight, and she said to me, she gave me an information and asked me my questions on it, and I thought, oh, that's a good point to talk about on the show tonight. There are how our loved ones talk to us, and there are many, many ways they talk to us, through our senses, of course, and through external senses like sight, touch, smell, sound, hearing, blah, blah, blah. But one of the best ways, and one of the easiest ways for them, is actually through dream state. Now, we refer to that as visitation. We don't call it a dream. It's actually called visitation. And I'd like to explain to you the difference between a dream and a visitation. So, a dream is made up of your conscious and your subconscious mind coming together, working with all of the various bits and pieces that it's interacted with in the last 48 hours. And what it does is it pigeonholes. It puts information into different pigeonholes. Now, out of that, you can get some seriously wacky dreams. You know, you think, oh my God, you won't believe what I dreamed last night. And of course, that is that's your conscious and your subconscious mind working together. If you want to get cool and wacky dreams, then eat protein before you go to bed, like cheese or chocolate, or drink milk, and you'll get some funky dreams, I'm telling you. Now, the difference between a dream and a visitation is literally night and day, black and white. Now, with dreams, various things can happen in a dream and you'll tend to forget it. You think, I was dreaming of something last night, I can't remember what it was. That's definitely a dream. A visitation is somewhat something different. Now, visitation is two composites of energy coming together, okay? So you'll remember everything that happened in that visitation stroke dream. You'll remember where you were, what you were doing, who you were doing it with, what you talked about, how you felt, what was going on around you, what they were wearing, and everything that's associated with that visitation. You'll remember in absolute detail. That is a big indication of the difference between a visitation and a dream, okay? A dream will always focus on bits and pieces that are floating around your mind and make a story up out of all of the little bits and pieces. But a visitation, here's a good way of thinking about it. You have 3 jigsaw puzzles in front of you. You take pieces from each jigsaw puzzle and you put it together and you make up something. It's bits of data coming together and it fits together, but it doesn't actually mean anything really most of the time. However, if you take all of the pieces of one specific picture and you put it together, out comes this beautiful picture. That's the visitation. So let's have a look at what your feedback is. I had my first visitation by my granddad the other day, says Lois. There you go. I very seldom remember my dreams. Yeah, most people very seldom remember dreams, Lisa, unless it's been a visitation on an information planted in your mind for a reason. So, like for example, I was dreaming last night, and you remember the dream vividly about you were following a bunny rabbit into a woodland, for example. Well, that's definitely a message. So, what's the bunny rabbit? You go and then research what the spirit animal, the bunny rabbit, is for, and what a woodland is for. So there's a message in there. That's if they'll use that kind of sort of connotation if they can't seem to get through to you what they want to get through to you. So they'll use sort of, I don't know, mime, if you want to call it that. But they will get through to you, so don't worry about that. Donna Hawkins, is there anything we can do to encourage visitation? Yes, ask straight out for it. Come and visit me. Ask straight out for it. Donna, just literally say, I really want to hear from you. Come and visit me. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. They're not going to jump to your click. And it'll happen, but they'll do it. And they'll do it and when you're ready and when they're ready. But it will happen. I guarantee you that. I haven't dreamed at all since I lost my husband. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish it would. Actually, Jan, you have, my darling. Please don't think I'm being facetious. I'm not. But if you don't dream, you'll get seriously ill. So you would lose your mind. So you have dreams, but you don't necessarily remember them. That's the difference. But since you're the loss of your husband, your mind's more focused on that loss, which is totally natural, by the way, I might add. And I'm sorry you have to go through that. But I would say this to you, my darling. He will be moving heaven and earth to come through to you. So be aware of how and when. Actually, Jan, so let me just stick with you for a second here, my darling. I'm seeing the numbers 11 and 12. To me, my referencing, that could mean November, December, or the 11th and the 12th of the month, or the 11th of December. So I've got to look at the connotations as I see them. But 11 and 12 are two numbers that are coming through to me. So, like I say, November, December be highlighted there, or the 11th of December would be highlighted. But also the actual the numbers 11 and 12 may well mean something to you on that particular level. So let me just talk about that. But there's a strong J that wants to be recognized as well. Remember, when I hear names, who they are, who they're with, please say hello to. So it's important that I get that across, Jan. But there's the strong JG name, like Joseph. I'm getting a strong guttural J name to be recognized. But he stands beside a man who's, I'm feeling that he's not talking to me. I won't lie. I will not lie, Jan. He's not talking to me, but there's a man who's giving me a feeling like he's your husband, like, because he stands by your side. The only reason that I'd get that wrong, let's get this right here. The only reason I would get that wrong is if it's a brother or a cousin. But if he stands to your side, it means to me husband, brother, cousin, friend. He's not speaking to me though, which is kind of unique. But the other gentleman he's giving me a strong guttural J and telling me we've met up. It's important. We've met up. Yes, we've met up. So I don't know whether your husband lost a brother and he's now met up. There's something along those lines that I've got to share with you. But I also want to say to you as well, John, you're shutting yourself off to the world a little bit too much. Okay, you're kind of like only doing things that are, you know, that you're more sort of coerced into doing, rather than getting up and saying, you know what, I really fancy coming and doing this today. I really want to do that. But there's more of a push in getting you back into reality, back into the world. It's important for you to understand as well, John, that you haven't lost your love. It's that I'm hearing that clear as a bell. Tell her she hasn't lost the love. She hasn't lost her love. You haven't. Okay. The feeling that they're making me feel right now is more along the lines of, imagine if your husband was on a sabbatical that he had to go out to, like sort of the mid of Africa somewhere, and he was out there for a time. He's not out of your life, he's just not with you right now in that concept, but he is around you. It's important that you understand that. I think the reasoning that you haven't really had massive connection with him right now is that you're not ready to receive that direct connection, because it'll push you backwards. And I've seen that so many times in my career. Oh my goodness, the amount of times I've brought somebody through for someone and it's actually knocked them backwards. It's knocked them back into mourning. That happened to me. Yes, me. Okay, my mother came through the first time she came through. Boom, straight backwards, not forwards, backwards. And I'm a professional medium. And the second time she came through, bang, same thing, sitting on the end of the bed and sobbing like a little girl. It was the third time that she came through is when I put everything together in my mind and went, oh my God, she came through. So it's not that you're not dreaming, it's just you're not remembering them. And it's not that he's gone away. He hasn't. He's just changed. He's just gone slightly out of the game for a minute. Doesn't mean he's away from you though. Okay. So with the numbers 11 and 12, make sure you take that in here and put it together where it should be on your family. But the 11 and the 12 are significant. Now I'm going to go with the very first one, the number 11. So as you can see, I'm shuffling the cards here. I always go with the numbers that they gave me because that's focusing on the messages. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, wow. So, John, there's the card, my angel. Let me just turn it so there's no shine on it. There you go. Notice the angel carrying the dove. Okay? The words on it, John, are this. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, so I don't know what you've been asking, my darling, but here's the message. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and the situation is under perfect control, and the control of the divine providence and universal order. I'll read that again. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of the divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure the highest possible outflow comes effortlessly back and towards you. So, literally, when you're thinking about your love, thinking about your connections to your husband, think about them only in their best sense. The great times that you guys had together, the great memories you created, and that energy will come back to you that way. I'll say this right up until my last breath, but if you want to honor those who have crossed and be the best you can be here, now, honor them by being the best you can be and making the best out of your life Honor them by making them proud. There you go. So hopefully that helps you, John, my sweetheart. Lois says her spirit animal is a wolf. Okay. Jack Clark says, "Hey Paul, it's my son and daughter." Wow. Okay. Cool. Have you got a little? Oh, your little girl. Actually, my little girl, who's 15, said, "Hey Dad, you want to move house? Can we get a couple of bikes?" And I'm like, ooh, yes. It's a family sport we all do together. Jack, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's lovely to watch. It warms my heart watching you guys having fun, and I love seeing the pictures of you guys off doing your stuff. And it brings me back to the days that I used to do what you're doing, and I miss it. I miss it. But do you know what? I'll make it happen again. Jan says the 11th is her birthday. There you go. That just goes to prove it. John Macon says, John, there you go. Don Hawkins says, my mum visited just after she passed, but hasn't been back since, no matter how much I ask. Soon, hopefully, unless I don't remember, but I rarely remember dreams, so could that be it? No, and okay, first of all, well done for the question. But there's two things that how I'm going to answer your question. Number one, if your mom visited you, or any other member of your family visit you in a visitation, you'll remember it. Bar none, you'll remember it. But number two, when they don't come back a lot, okay, and my mom rarely, and she's been gone 20 something years now, when they don't come back a lot, that's actually a great thing. That means you're doing well and they don't need to be on your case. Okay, so it's a great thing. But they will be around you when you need them or when you ask for them. Okay, remember that. They're not around you 24/7. And these psychics and these mediums who tell you, oh, they're with you all the time, every time you get, no, they're not. Okay, it's called the next life. The next life. Not when you cross over, all you're going to do is babysit for the rest of all eternity. That's not how it works. You have a life to get on with. You have more to do when you get to the other side of life. They have jobs. They have things to get on with. They have more self-improvement to do. The more of the building of the soul, so on and so forth. But they do come back to you when you need them. Okay, so when you call out to them and say, I really, really need you, they will be around you. Okay, look out for the signs of how they're around you and how they're connecting to you. Okay, but you may have missed the signs, Donna, but it doesn't mean that they won't be there. Okay, as I'm looking at your picture and the picture of the little baby, I'm seeing the number 4. Okay, now the number 4 for me, again going with my connections or my referencing, means the 4th month, April, or the 4th of a month, or the number 4 is connected to you in a way that you will understand. But as soon as I look at the little picture of the little baby, I see the number 4. Okay, it comes up and around you. There's a lady who pulls me across to the left and goes up, and I'm seeing a pink line. So it's not mom, though. I'm telling you here right now, this is not mom, even though I'm getting a maternal feel. I would say it's mom's mom or mom's sister, but it's connected in there. Now, I don't know whether you, Donna, are called after someone who's in spirit. I don't know, but I'm seeing a parallel. Or whether you have a child who's called after someone in spirit, because the honor is in the name that I'm being told. Either we've just come past, literally just come past a birthday or an anniversary, because they tell me literally birthday, anniversary, just been. So they want me to acknowledge that. Birthday, anniversary, just coming around you. Now, I'm seeing a for sale sign around you. One of the greatest kind of symbols you want to see or hear from me is the for sale sign. It means to me significant change. That's what that means. Now, when I see the for sale sign, it always comes with a heap of positive energy. So the change around you is for the positive. So a new job, new home, new car, new something, but a positive change, and that invigorates you and motivates you into another level of life. I don't know who was the fisherman, where they want me to talk about fish. for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm seeing fishermen, I'm seeing tribe, I'm seeing rivers, riverbanks. So they want me to acknowledge somebody who's connected to fishing, either as in a sport or fishing is significant to this person, to tell you who they are. They want me to talk about a strong L, like Laura, Louise, Lana, I don't know, a strong L that they want me to acknowledge. And I don't know whether you're having issues with the concept of love in your life, but the the stormy water is about to come. Okay, so if you've been dealing with sort of issues in your life that have been giving you a bit of a hassle, don't worry, that storm is passing. It's passing by. So the waters are just going to calm down, so don't worry too much, okay? Everything is just going to fizzle out and everything's going to be fine. I mentioned this earlier, but it's actually a really good idea. We bring protein. You need to bring protein into your life, because I'm seeing, literally, I'm seeing protein-based foods, cheese, meats, fish, eggs, blah blah blah. Normally, I would say only speak to somebody who knows what they're talking about, but I'm a trained chef, so. But I'm being told to talk about proteins are important at the moment, because I don't know if you're feeling tired or not, but proteins, bring some proteins in to help build strong bones, teeth, and go in that way. So let's get you a card. Once again, the number 4 was given to me first, so we'll go with the 4th card. I'll give them a wee shuffle and make sure that the 4th card comes to the front of the deck from our lovely angel pals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Donna, I don't know whether you have connection to a lost child, but I'm being told to tell you that they have the baby. Okay. Here we go, my sweetheart. Check that out. I said to you about an emotional connection with yourself. There's the card that's come out. It says release and surrender. Release and surrender. But check that beautiful angel out. I said to you, things are going to calm right down. And one of the colors of calming down is pink. The message, Donna, is this. We shower you with blessings of radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly and gripped on with your hands. Open your hands and arms and heart and receive love's assistance. Wow. How cool is that? I do hope that helps you, Donna, and everybody else as well. Thank you. Jack says, had plenty of visitations. It's important to be open to spirit without fear. Exactly right. Otherwise, they won't step forward. Exactly right. And that's why they will use other interpretations. They will use sort of symbolisms to let you know that they're around you. But be open to receiving your friends and your family from spirit, and they will come true. Through TH. All right. June, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jamie, Lisa McGuinness, welcome to the show. Hazel, now you've heard me say over and over and over, don't ask, is there anything for me, please? If there's something for you, I will bring it through, I promise you. But the best way to get your energy linked to the other side of life is come up with a question, and that'll start moving the energy around. If there's something comes through, I will find you and bring it through to you. Lisa says, I didn't know that you're also... Yeah, my career started off as trained as a chef. I went to college and then I went to university and I trained as a chef. Then I trained under Chef of the Year and I trained in 5-star, and then I did business as well. So yeah, did all that. Donna says, amazing. Thank you. No idea. Thank you. You have no idea how much that has resonated here. Well, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. I didn't know pink was a oh yes, definitely. Pink is a color that is used for calming, not only in a spiritual sense, but in a physical sense. And a lot of police cells will have a pink. They'll have a pink cell. So when they bring in a prisoner who's losing his mind, they'll throw him in a pink cell, calms him right down. So there you go. Please share the show. It helps me a lot if you share the show, so please do that for me. And if you haven't as yet, zip across to TikTok and follow me on there at PaulFrancis007. And of course, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because once we've moved into the new studios, things are going to change, because I am fed up with Facebook just deciding to put you in Facebook prison jail at the drop of a hat with no pre-advice or anything like that. It's just not on. I mean, if you've said something that they don't agree with, they should give you one and say, listen, we don't agree with that, don't say that. But I don't say anything rudimentary. I respond to videos. If I saw one video, remember, of this guy attacking these two old people, and I said if I was there I would step up to the plate, kind of thing, and they took umbrage to that and they jailed me. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at Hazel for a second here. Thank you for just asking, will things improve for me soon? Bless you, Hazel. Okay, all right, let me teach you something right now, my darling Hazel. I want you to do something for me, and all I want you to do is follow my guidance. Actually, the rest of you can do this as well, okay? I want you to follow my guidance. I want you to look at the floor. Look at the floor right now. Right now, look at the floor. So everybody's looking at the floor. I want you to just follow my guidance. Look at the floor right now. Don't do anything else other than listen to me and look at the floor. Okay, what mark did you see on the ceiling earlier? I bet your minds are going, what? Hey, what? Mark on the ceiling? What's he talking about? That's what your mind's saying now. What mark are you talking about? What I just said to you is this. You're so focused on the ground right now, you can't remember what's actually on the ceiling. Right? So look back up again. What's happening is things are improving for you, Hazel, but you're so focused on things not going well that you're missing those things that are going well. You're so focused, laser focused on the things that are going wrong that you're missing everything that's going right. Now, I used to teach this in this way that I'm about to share with you. Okay? Imagine, actually, let's go back to the very first day that you had your own car, your very first car. So everybody follow me on this one as well. So remember your very first car, and you get into your car and you love your car. Absolutely love your car. No matter how old it was or how banged up it was your car. It was freedom. It was a symbol of freedom, protection. It's your car. So you get into your car and you go off driving down your road. And you remember, now for an example, my first car was a Toyota Corolla. And I remember driving down the road in my Toyota Corolla, and then I started noticing all the other Toyota Corollas. Never noticed them before, but because I'm now in a Toyota Corolla, I'm noticing all the other Toyota Corollas. And then I start noticing the Toyota Corollas that are the same model and colour of mine. Wow, there's people with the same car as me. Oh my God, do I look like that when I'm driving along? That's cool. So imagine now that those cars are negative and positives. So you're in a car that's negative. It's negatively charged and you're driving down the road. So you're going to start noticing everything else that's negative. Every other vehicle that looks like yours that's negative. Okay? So I say, right, pull that car in, get out of it, walk across the road and get into the other car that's positive, because it has to be equal and opposite reaction. So start driving your positive car. Guess what? You'll start noticing all the other positives. All the other cars that are the same as yours, same color, same model, that are positively charged. And you will start noticing more and more and more. So Hazel, while you're thinking when are things going to start getting better for you, they already had, but you're not looking for it. You're looking for the stuff that's went wrong. And guess what? The harder you look, the more you'll find. But that works on both sides. So start focusing more on the positives in your life and watch them start to come to you more and more and more. Okay. So out of that little teachings, let's do Hazel a card. All right. Oh, it's shot off the top, Hazel. So the angels want to give you this card. This literally shot right off the top. Boom. Check that out. How a beautiful card for our Hazel. Look at that. Now that's a little young angel holding a beautiful shell in her hand. Okay. The message on the card is Hazel and everybody else, but pay attention. The message is reward yourself. Now, you've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time that you should receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balances out giving and receiving, and then essentially keeping your energy and a high mood. Keeping you up with motivation and constantly high-leveled energy. So, reward yourself, Hazel. Give yourself a break. Go and look for the great things. Go and give yourself a treat, a spa day, or whatever it makes you happy. Reward yourself. And when you come out of that feeling fantastic, guess what? You'll start attracting more and more and more fantastic things. Enjoy. Hope that helps. Jack says, do I believe in reincarnation? Absolutely. Totally convinced. Totally convinced, Jack. It moved and I missed you there. Where's Jack gone? Everything shifted really fast and I've missed where Jack is gone. Shelley Noyles Anderson, beautiful messages. Thank you very much. Great work, bud. Any message for myself, he says. Oh, there we go. So, do you believe in reincarnation? I can feel a sneeze coming on. Do you believe in reincarnation? If so, when do you think the soul is content? The soul is content. I'm thinking right now with life's lessons. Well, I don't think. First of all, there's no way you can know everything. That's just the whole passage of the universe. The universe changes every single moment of every single day. The universe changes, expands, contracts, moves. They only find out in recent terms that there's energy outside of the earth and it changes, so the universe will change. So there's no way we can know everything. So that's never a given. So when the soul receives its life's lessons here, my understanding through the 35 years of doing what I do is this. Even though we are sort of given a certain amount of time on the earth plane, we can request more. Okay? Do we always take that up? Not necessarily so. Okay? I mean, I very often challenge that particular one when I used to think about how early my mum went. She went at 59 years old, so which I'm 59 next year. So you can imagine what's going through my mind. However, do I believe in reincarnation? I'm absolutely convinced of it, my friend, and I'll tell you why. Because I remember. I don't remember crashing per se, but I remember the bang and the explosion, and I was flying either a Spitfire or a Hurricane when it happened. I remember pushing the yoke over and then bang and then nothing. So I remember flying. Now, do we carry lessons of the past with us? Yes. And I'll tell you why. Because I went to Belfast and I climbed into a little light aircraft. Now, I know you guys know I don't tell lies, and I tell absolute the truth. So I climbed into this little airplane. It was a Piper Cherokee. And I got into this little airplane, and the guy said, so, you know, what about your lessons? What do you want to do? I said, I'd really like to get my private pilot's license. And he said, well, okay, let's take you up for an orientation flight. And I'm not going to waste your time with what happened through the flight. So off we go, take off, flying around. And he said, take control of the airplane. So I took control of the airplane and we flew it around. And he said, so how far are you down your pilot's license? And I said, I'm not. He said, no, you know, how many hours have you got under your belt? I said, this is my first time being off the ground. He said, no, I don't believe that for 1 second. And I said, I'm telling you, I've never been off the ground before, ever. This is my first time in an aeroplane, ever. He said, no, that's not possible. He says, you're flying this airplane like you've been flying for 20 years. Nobody knows how to do that. You aren't born with that. You're flying this like I shouldn't be here. And that happened. I promise you with all my heart, that happened. And he would not believe me. Until this day, he still didn't believe me that I had never flown before. But I just knew how to do everything. I knew how to turn, bank, climb, spin, increase flight, decrease flight. I knew how to do it. And I don't know how I knew how to do it, I just did. So that's my information coming back from my reincarnation of my previous life as a pilot. So hopefully that helps you out. Jack, let me give you a card, buddy. Jack, I don't know if you've got a grandfather in spirit, but I've got an older gentleman who's patting me in the shoulder right now, literally patting me in the shoulder. Wouldn't have been necessarily well known for his, shall we say, oh, here we go. Wouldn't have been well known for his generosity in love while he was here. In other words, he wouldn't have said, oh, I love you, and you're my son, you're my grandson, I love you. He would have been more stern, more holding in of his feelings, and I'm getting that, but I'm getting patted on the shoulder, and that's my way of saying he wants to let you know he's very, very proud. Okay, so I think this may be, I don't know, because I'm getting a different name. Okay, I don't know why or how that's working, Jack, but I'm getting like his surname isn't Clark. Okay, so there's a different name. So whether he's your mother's dad, I don't know, but there's the surname's not Clark. Okay. Now this card literally flew at the deck as I was shuffling, and the card says focus on service. Now I don't know whether you were asking questions about whether or not you should do more work in your spiritual world. And by the way, we have to finish off your level 3. All my students, we need to finish off level 3. Focus on service, Jack. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim up the constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything that you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream and giving and receiving of every situation and in all that you do. I can tell you here now, Jack, whatever you're doing it right. Just keep doing it. Hopefully that helps you, my friend. Oh, Lisa, don't apologize. It's all right. I don't tell people off. I just say, if you want to, the best thing to do is create energy. So to create energy, best thing to do is ask a question. So the question, you might think it's a dumb question. I don't, because the quest for knowledge is never dumb. And yes, I may have heard that question before 1,000 times. Who cares? But I haven't heard it from you. So ask a question, anything you want to know, and I will share with you the answer, that if I know it, of course. If I don't know it, I'll tell you. But it creates an energy loop and helps me link in with your loved ones. Tina says, how long after someone passes are they finally in the safe spirit? Immediately. I really gets on my goat when people say, oh, they're in transit, they're in this and they're in... No, they're not. Absolute crap. Okay? As soon as you let go, actually, before you let go, you're already being orientated about where you're going to go and who's coming in with you. How many times have you heard stories of people looking around the room and smiling and seeing people that none of the rest of us can see? My mom said to me, we just lost our nephew, by the way. I should build that up to you. She's lying in her bed. She's extremely ill. She's literally a week away from passing. And she's looking at me and she's looking at the bottom of the bed like this. And she goes, hasn't he got beautiful eyes? Isn't he got beautiful eyes? And I'm looking at the bottom of the bed. Who, Mum? And she looked at me like I had literally been the dumbest person on this planet. Like, what? Are you dumb? Him. And I looked back again and I pretended I could see him. And she was, oh my God, yes. Oh yes, the eyes. Because it dawned on me. Our nephew who passed away, his eyes were very blue, very piercing, and very literally full of spirit. But he had passed away. He was very, very young. He just couldn't survive the physicality of being born. And Mum linked in on his eyes. And I said to her, oh yeah. Now, she was already receiving spirit a week prior to her crossing. So, the moment they cross, they're met immediately with their loved ones. Immediately. So they're in the safe space immediately, Tina. Immediately. Okay? So don't listen to all this rubbish about going into purgatory and going into a space where they got to prove themselves and all this BS. I'm going to call BS on that one. And I'll tell you why I can say that with such confidence. Is because I had an NDE myself, a near-death experience. No waiting room for me. Straight across into another room. And they said, great question, Tina. Thank you so much for that. It's a really good question. And hopefully it's helped not only you, but everybody else. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle these cards here for you until I get a feel about where I'm supposed to. 3. Okay, 3. Got 3 straight off the bat. Boom, 3. The number 3. So March connection or the 3rd of a month significant. 1, 2, 3. And they want me to acknowledge diamonds, Tina. Now when I see diamonds are important. I always say to you what the symbol is. It's a diamond. I'm seeing diamonds. But diamonds to me mean a significant date. Okay, it means someone's 16th, their 18th, the 21st, the 25th, 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th. You know, a significant date. So I'm seeing diamonds. But if the diamond itself means something specifically to you, then you're correct and I'm not. Okay. But the card that has just come from. Oh, do you see this? Check that out. So Tina, on this card it says, new partner. Oof. Now it doesn't have to mean romantically. It could be business. It could be work related. It could be someone that you have an association with. But let me just read the message to you. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated and as a catalyst set out the wheels of motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful of attention to the people that we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. You asked about the safe spirit. The very last word there is safety. The angels are listening to you. Just going to get a drink. Excuse me a second, guys. I was a little bit late to start tonight, so I'll go on a little bit later here. Okay, if I haven't said hello to you, please forgive me. It's moved past so quick I can't see you. Jack Clark, his mother's side, but there you go, Jack. So I just saw that last bit. Shannon Meehan, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Yes, wow. Says, what are you saying wow for, Jack? I've trained you. Yes, I've been working with Spirit lately, simply because it's been calling me forward. There you go, buddy. There you go. What we'll do is, let's get the summer out of the way. Let's just get the summer out of the way, only because I'm moving house in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And as soon as I move into the new house and we've set up the new studio, which will be days, by the way, then I'll get the rest of the team together and we'll finish off the final level, the 3rd level, okay? And let's get you back online because I want you guys, I've got plans for you guys, okay? Roger says, sorry I got to leave, but have to do a reading. Well, buddy, listen, Spirit is with you, always been with you, and it's never going to go anywhere else. But I'm also been feeling again, and it's through my guide, Sean. Take it easy, slow down. So take it easy and slow down a bit, Roger. Just slow down a bit. And it's okay to take a week or 2 off. It's okay. Do it. okay? All of your fans and all of your followers will still be here. If you say to us, listen, we're just going to take a little bit of a break, it's fine. You are ready for level 3, Jack. You are. And I'll tell you what's more. Get your dancing shoes on, brother, because you're going to be ready for the stage in the not too distant future either. Now, I see stages and different things. I see stages as I see them, you know, theatre stages and stuff like that, which I'm used to doing. But you may see it as the platform. But get your dancing shoes on, my boy. Hazel says, my boyfriend, best friend, passed in 2009. Then that night in bed, I looked up and saw his face smiling, and his big red heart come towards me. So I sent it back to him. Beautiful. There you go. Where are we? Hi, Paul. Lovely weather we're having, says Shannon. Yes, indeed. Any chance you could do a card for me? Okay. Now, why? Here's what I teach. Okay. So Shannon and everybody else has said a card. You know, kind of a card, giving you a message. So at the beginning of the show, I said this, and I'll say it again, and it's for everybody, not just Shannon, everybody. To receive the correct answer, one must first ask the right question. Alrighty? So what is a card? What answer do you need? Okay? So have you got that in clear in your mind? So what question is it that you want answered? That's the correct way of going forward. So when you have a question, when it's something that you really want to deal with, then that's the right time to ask for a card, Shannon, my darling. Okay. I'm looking at your little icon here, and I'm opening myself up to energy. All right, sweetheart. What's coming towards me is actually no connections to your family and spirit yet. However, I am dealing with my guides. And one of my guides is he's a little Cockney guy. And he's given me, his feedback to me is, you don't know where you are. You don't know where you are. She doesn't know where she is. She's like zooming in 19 different directions. But she's doing too much to please other people. So Shannon, there's too much. You're doing too much to appease everybody else, and not enough to appease Shannon. So, okay. Basically, my guide, he's very like Del Boy. If you remember the character Del Boy, so he's like that. Oi, and he's doing that. Yeah, that's it. And you actually see him when he's close to me when I'm on stage. You'll see me getting really like that, and that's when he's close to me on stage. So, Shannon, we need to more focus within and not feel negative about that. In other words, don't be feeling guilty about focusing on yourself. Okay, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to know what it is we want in life and how we're going to do it, and stop trying to do everything to living your life to fulfill somebody else. Okay, you need to fulfill your own desires, needs, and motivation. That comes first. So Guy is that's my spirit guide. Guy, it's more of a don't lose the younger self. Okay, there's a wee bit about you kind of gone. Then you jumped like you missed a big chunk of life. The life in between is as equally as important as any other part of your life. So don't jump through sections. Live life all the way up. Live life to the max. He's telling me number 5. 5 is significant, and he keeps pointing at his watch. So 5 is significant, and he keeps pointing at his watch. So he either wants me to recognize the time is significant, like the 5 o'clock or 5:15, but there's a 5 connection. So there's May connection in this as well, or the 5th of the month. I'll give you the card number 5. But there's more really, Shannon, about yourself. Okay? Start living for Shannon and not for everybody else. You don't have to appease. You don't have to go out, set out to make other people proud. When you live your life to your standards, to how you want, then other people will be proud of you. The card that comes out is that. Play. I can imagine a little Shannon trying to jump across rivers and stuff, actually. The message to you is this, Shannon. Beloved one, it's time to set aside your work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities and their completion. Playfulness, gaiety and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll remain and return to work renewed, perspective and heightened with energy. Hopefully that helps you, my darling. Okay, let's see. I hope I'm... Oh, Phil's just come into the house. Lovely to see you, Phil. Now, if you guys are enjoying the show tonight, please give me a load of thumbs and a load of hearts. That lets me know. I need visual reference that you're still here and you're still enjoying it. So if you're enjoying the show tonight, give me a whole pile of thumbs and a whole pile of little hearts. And please, 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 please share the show. That's really important. Phil, it's lovely to see you. Lindsay Hill says, do we have guides? Yes, you do, my darling. Everybody, every human being on this planet is born with a guide. Every single one, bar none. Different cultures call them different things. Some cultures call them guardian angels. Other cultures call them guides. And we have guides who are angels as well. That is actually a very big thing. Now, I was going to be doing a seminar on how to meet and work with your guides. That is still going to happen. It won't happen until we move house, because there's no point in setting up a seminar, which takes a couple of weeks to do, and get everybody all geared up for it, and then say, listen guys, I can't do it because we're moving. It just doesn't work. But we all have guides, and yes, there is ways and means of how to connect with those particular guides, and I can have you linked with your guide and working with your guide inside of an hour. Okay. Ronnie says, when you have visitations, can they be people? Can they be people you don't even know? I've seen lots of strange faces in my dreams, and they could be some of my guides. Well, you've kind of clicked across a that in under 3 different answers, literally. So visitations are how spirit link into you. Number 1, if you're getting people that you're not necessarily aware of, it doesn't mean you don't know them. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is I'm being shown my very first interaction with spirit, which was when I was 5 years old, and I was talking to the man who was sitting in the chair in my house, and he was there, and he was as clear as I'm sitting in front of you, and he was talking to me, and he was smiling at me, and I didn't know who he was. No idea who he was until some months later, I pointed out this man in a picture to my grandmother, and she goes, "Oh wow, that's your, there's no way you were talking to him, sweetheart, because that's your great uncle Hugh." I had no idea who he was, but that gentleman was talking to me, and he was sitting in the chair, and it was my great uncle Hugh, basically my grandmother's grandfather, I think, something like that. Yeah, something along those lines. So just because you don't recognize them doesn't mean you don't know them. Secondly, as well, is be aware of where you are. Is there a big history of spiritual energy around where you are at that particular place? America being very full of the wonderful Native American people who were on the Trail of Tears and so on and so forth. So my advice is look into where you are. That could well comprehend some of the people who want to try and make a connection to you. And could they be some of your guides? Yes, of course it could be some of your guides. But remember what I've taught you. Remember, and Ronnie is one of my students as well. Remember what I taught you. Protection. PPP. Protection. Protection of self, protection of client, protection of environment. Okay? So your guides will also act as your security. Make sure you inform them that you want them to do that. Okay? Okay, good questions, by the way. Trisha Henderson, hi, lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. Phil says, any chance of a little guidance, Paul? Of course, Phil, anytime you want, but what do you want guidance on, my dear friend? Happy to help you. Jack said, I said wow because it still amazed me with the messages from the other side. It just makes me so happy. Buddy, I'm with you 100%. When the messages come through to me and I deliver them to here or wherever I'm working, yes, and it always reminds me of why I love doing what I love doing, because it's like that Christmas. I call it the Christmas effect. Getting that, being able to see someone opening a gift that you've given and seeing their faces and their energy. I love it. I love it. So yes, it's magic. That's a good word for it, Jack. That's your new medium name, Jack Magic Clark. There you go. Donna Hawkins says, oh my word, my parents said I sat on their bed talking to people every single night at the age of 6. Parents had to check that I was alive and it was their first night to sleep. Oh yeah, well, children are the best mediums, psychics, because they don't, when children start interacting with spirit, they don't judge it, they don't evaluate it, they just go, oh, they just deal with it. And it's only later on in life when we, as parents, start saying, yeah, there's no such thing as ghosts. I remember sitting my children down saying, you've nothing to worry about. No. There's no such thing as ghosts. And then later on in life, sitting them down saying, remember I told you that about being no ghosts? And they're like, yeah. So I'd set them down. I taught them all about what I know, taught them all about what they can do, and my kids are all happy with it now. In fact, Maya, the baby, is actually pretty good at healing, and she's pretty good at reading as well. It helps so many people live more fulfilled lives. Bang on. Spot on. That's what it's all about. I teach people and I train people and I do reads so that people will get over the fear of dying and get on with living. That's the goal. Get over the fear of dying and get on with living. That's the goal. I was showing I don't know what that is. Caduceus? I don't know what that is. Phil, coming towards me in my mind's eye. Caduceus. I don't know what that is, Phil. I might know it from under a different word, different name. If you're worried about something that you're dealing with through development, through your personal development, then it's resort back to what I've taught my students, which is the triple P, PPP, protection of self, protection of client, protection of environment. So go back into self-protection. Do you remember I taught you guys about the white orb, gold on the inside, silver on the outside? That will protect you, and you can bring anybody you want. You can make the orb as big as you want or as little as you want. And then call upon your guides to help you understand what it is that's coming to you. Okay? Fear will only block your progress. Fear will only block your progress. Opening yourself up, working with your guides to understand what it is that you're experiencing will help you progress. Even dealing with something that is, shall we say, dark, has its benefits because you learn how to deal with it, so you have a progress. Okay? And I get very agitated when you watch these shows on TV going, oh, it's a demon, it's a dark entity. BS. Okay? Demons and dark energies haven't got a habit of showing themselves straight off the bat. Anyways, guys, I have gone 15, nearly 20 minutes over my time, but nonetheless, I was enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, would you please let me know by showing me thumbs and hearts? And I really wanted the design Reach Across to be a teaching concept, and the new Reach Across TV show is going to be all about that as well. It's a staff with 2 snakes wrapped around it. Ah, right, okay. Well, do you know what that is, Phil? That's healing. That is actually the symbol adapted by the medical profession. Okay? That's the healing. Okay? So that could be them telling you you're moving towards healing rather than being a psychic medium. Okay, psychic and mediums, or sorry, healers still possess psychic and medium tendencies, but focus more towards about how to focus energy along the healing set. But the staff, the sword, the staff with the snakes coming around it like that, that is actually the symbol adopted by the medical profession. Healing, my friend. John says, thank you, stay well. My pleasure, and you do exactly the same, and thank you for that wonderful option of staying well. I'll take it on board. Thank you for the guidance, says Ronnie. You're very, very welcome. As always, I am a healer. Well, okay. So focus a bit more on your healing, my dear friend. That's clearly what that is all about. Because if you look on if you basically go into Google and type in medical profession, you will see that symbol. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't believe an hour and 20 minutes has literally gone past that quickly. I will be back definitely next Monday, if not before, if we can get... I've got a pretty busy week this week. Thanks for my service. It's never a service, my friend. It's an honor. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. Please continue to share the show, please. And please follow me on not only YouTube, but get it across there and follow me on TikTok. How much do I charge for teaching and to connect, Paul? Well, when we do the seminar, it's not going to be very expensive at all. But if you go onto my YouTube channel and type in moments, you will see some teaching elements in there. But also if you go across and look at some of the meditations I've done, especially the clearing. Any of you who are dealing with like overly dealing with sort of negativity and issues, go onto YouTube and follow my there's a post on my YouTube channel called The Clearing, and that will help you clear all of that. So Jackie, zip across to that, have a look at that, give that a go first of all. Alrighty. Mary says, great show, thank you for the enlightenment. You're always welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. Genuinely, I mean it when I say I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to follow Roger's show on Wednesday night. Okay, it's 7:30 Central, but it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning for us. Yes, Maria, I was on for an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm just about to go. But thank you for being here. But you can rewind back and watch the show. It was a very interesting show, by the way. So, I've got a busy week this week, but I'm trying to get back online so I can do the Take a Break with Paul Francis. I'm trying to get things so I can get back into doing that. I quite enjoy that. Don't forget, so you can get my new book from Blurb, blurb.com if you're in America, or .co.uk, obviously over here. So Blurb, blurb.com, and you can order my book, which is Paul Francis, The Little Book of Quick Wisdom, and the new version of the Safeway 2022. So you can get my book from there. And my hats, I've got some hats available. There we go. And this is what the hats look like. So if you want to order, I've only got 4 left until the next order comes through. So if you want to order one of these, that's what they look like. They're very, very cool, and therefore, well, initially they've been created for my paranormal team. Okay. Make sure you get one. And if you want, I'll sign it. If you want me to sign it in the silver pen, I'll sign it for you. If you want to buy it, give me a call on private message and we'll figure it out. Tonya Graham just come in, but I'm just about to go. Gillian just come in and I'm literally just about to leave. Please rewind the show, watch it. It's an hour and 20 minutes long, and I will see you guys all very, very soon. Until then, look out for yourself. Don't forget, take time out every day just for you. Okay? Because when you're running at full, you give off the energy that helps others. If you're running at empty, you have no energy to give off, and you only get worse. Look out for yourself. Take time out every day just for you. Alrighty? communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life. So a medium never has to do it for you. Thanks for your time. Enjoy this beautiful weather while we have it. And remember, you want to honor those who've crossed, be the best you can be here and now. Enjoy life every single day, every second of every day. Make it yours, make it count. So when you do cross over to the other side, you know you live a great life. Good night. God bless.
You home. Is it bringing you back, making you one? Is it true you're running away? Is it true you're hiding today? Are you going astray so far away? That you hide your face from me? These whispers take me back to memories. These sounds are reasons, they're calling me so I can see. I'm finding favors I never knew. I found that dream, and it was you. Whispers. So now it's time to bring on the world. These steps you showed me to find my voice. These days were magic, I loved him so. The beginning's here, and I want you to know it's whispers. These whispers take me back to memories. These sounds are reasons, they're calling me so I can see. I'm finding favors I never knew. I found that dream, Did you hear that? Did you hear that voice? Calling, calling you.